Storm Day didn't dampen the moods in Airdrie at the Excelsior Stadium. And I tell you what, it was a crazy game in the crazy rain with a sending off, two cheap goals, a host of awful defending. Make no mistake about it. You know, I predict Airdrie pretty much every week. And this is like I think this is like the first full game that I've watched of Airdrie this season because where would you watch it? Diamond TV, is that a thing? That could be Simon Diamond. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't think many people would know. But this game has ended 1 each, and we have to take ourselves back to the start of this game. I tune in, ball whipped in for Queen's Park. Turner tries to get his dome on it. There's a bit of a calamity in the box, and I just think at the back, both teams are abysmal. I've said it about Queen's Park. What cost Queen's Park last year was their defence. You could see in Queen's Park's games, get your money, right? Get your money, get the mortgage on both teams to score. That is pretty much certainty in over 2.5. I know today wasn't 2.5, but there's just going to be goals in Queen's Park, man. They cannot defend. Like towards the end of last season, all those mega games that they had, you know, against Partick Thistle, like 5 threes. There was even more. It was just absolutely crazy. And you know, the championship doesn't disappoint. I've seen you watch a championship game, especially the wee Friday night slots that they dish out. They're very good games, but like I said, this header is dealt with. Josh Ray goes to let the ball run out, and then Patton like barges into him. There's a bit of a scuffle. A few Airdrie players come over like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The big Josh Ray, "What are you doing, big man?" And as we edged closer to half time, Callum Gallagher makes it 1-0. Of course, I did a football manager save, and this guy was great. He got us up to the Scottish Premiership and the European football. It was absolutely unreal. What a guy he was. There was the help of a few other stars in there, but regardless, good goal, but just awful for Queen's Park again, man. They kept losing the ball in these positions. I mean, I was going to say that they were trying like an offside trap sort of thing, but they weren't. You know, they were just constantly messing up here, like absolutely constantly messing up in the midfield. They'd give it away, and Airdrie weren't punishing them, but finally they managed to punish them here with a 1-0 lead into half time with Callum Gallagher. And you know what? They almost made it 2-0 pretty much straight after it. Callum Gallagher again, but no matter how many shots they got off here, they couldn't exactly direct them into the back of the net. So sadly for them, it was absolutely good night as we went into half time, and you're sitting here thinking, Queen's Park hanging on defensively, not being all that up to here in this game. And then we literally start the second half. Spong finds Turner. Airdrie are at 6s and 7s at the back, man. They're just looking at each other. Goalkeepers flopping about, defenders are flopping about, and then Turner just puts into the back of the net, and it's like, damn. After, I think Airdrie were the much better team in that first half, and within like a couple of seconds, it's 1 each, and it's completely and utterly back to square one, as they kept referring to on commentary. So back to 1 each, man. Absolute disaster. Big Jack Turner though with the goal, and it was after this, like, not really any team was creating like clear cut chances. There was just like constant mistakes that were leading to like half chances, and then the game kind of just petered out. Then we got a feisty moment in the 92nd minute, I believe it was, or 93rd it might have been, where you've got Big Hepburn. He's trying to track down Hancock. Hancock falls over. Makes Hepburn fall over. Then Hepburn like kind of lashes out at him, and then Hancock like goes to the ground, like almost like flapping about, and is this not a bit embarrassing? Like, to me, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm not saying it's more justified, but at least if he was doing it like the 50th minute, he's like, I'll try and get this guy sent off. And it means that they'll play 40 minutes down to 10 men. Here, all it meant is that they played about 40 seconds down to 10 men. And Airdrie almost scored, an absolute calamity at the back. Chances galore. I believe the keeper saved it with his face straight on. Airdrie then have another chance down the right hand side, but the guy just runs out of play. And that is where your Friday night football ended, guys. Airdrieonians 1, Queen's Park 1. And in terms of the league table, let's just have a wee look. Airdrie Well, that's moved them into 4th place, while Queen's Park remain in 7th place. But Queen's Park have played quite a lot more games than everyone else, and of course, with games being postponed tomorrow, left, right, and centre, the league table is not going to even itself out for a wee bit later on. But that's where we're going to leave it for this match review, guys. Be back tomorrow with loads of action as well. Cannot wait for it. The football's returned after the international break, which was a wee bit depressing, to say the least. 2 defeats, but hey, qualified for the Euros, so no bad. But anyway, till then, peace.